Hi. Welcome to Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is Mobb. It's our Saturday, 4th of July edition, Independence Day. Let's see, David Samsel in the house first, then Daryl Deemer, and say hi, everybody, as you come on in. It's we got a good group of people, and as we always do, on this 4th of July, as we remember that we're all trying to have a more perfect union. I think that sounds like a pretty neat deal. Pretty neat deal all the way around. It's I'm in the process of I have to do I just looked. I have had just being, out front. I have one of my aquariums is going sideways on me. It's one of my guppy tanks where I'm going to have to do a big water change today and do some treatment. Because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this tank has had a lot of losses. And it's on the same schedule as every other tank, gets the same food, and I'm not seeing shimmying. I'm not seeing anything like that, so I don't know what the deal is. So yeah, it's I have not checked that, David, but I should take a look at it. But this aquarium shouldn't have any issues. It has, it's not overly filled. It's on the same water change schedule. It has the same setup as everything else. But yeah, all of a sudden, one aquarium, that's it. No shimmying, no signs of illness, and I'll check the water level. But I'm just gonna swap out a bunch of it. I may do an 80% water change today. No bubbles, nothing. There's no sign of this tank having any distress. Zero. So I have, none of the other aquariums are having an issue. It's one of my 10s, so I'm just going to do a big honking water change. I'm going to put some general cure in there, and hopefully everything is for the best. Yeah, no bubbles, no, everything's good. Select pet. Ooh, I have to go out hunting for a Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Doug, I would go into that, and I would agree with you on that. And but the other aquariums are fine. Everybody else is doing well except for one aquarium. So I'm going to do a big water change. And the other thing I'm really careful about, in fact, I have a video coming out, and Doug Gray, you suggested I do this, on how I age my water. And that's coming out tomorrow morning. No matter where you are, it'll be tomorrow morning. It's coming out at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And so, and this will go through my routine. Nope, tank's not overstocked. In fact, it's not overstocked at all. I have the aquarium right next to it has double the fish in it. So again, I'm going to do a big water change and throw in the general cure, and let's all hope for the best. It's the good news, if there could be good news on something like this, is with the swordtail guppies, which I have multiple aquariums of. So all of a sudden, if this tank really goes, and I can't turn this around, which I doubt, I'm sure I'll be able to turn it around. Is that I just empty it and and so that's what's going in. Yeah, it's tomorrow. You guys are going to see what I do, but I'll explain right here how I prepare my water. And I, there's some IFGA guys, and Doug Gray can attest to this, that they use the water large pail like I do to age the water, but they aerate it, and they also heat the water, so when the water change happens, that the fish, quote unquote, will not be shocked. Well, I don't aerate it and I don't heat it, mainly because I don't put the fresh water in my aquariums that's 30 degrees different. I let it age for a few days in the let it age for a few days, and then I go and deal with it. Then I go and use it for the water change. The other thing that I do that you'll also see in this video, and by the way, in nature, I know we're talking about nature and fish, and here's the thing, is that speaking of nature and fish, when it rains, the temperature of the rain is usually different than the temperature of the water that's in the stream or in the pond or the lake or what have you. Now, up top, it probably changes the temperature reasonably dramatically, and depending on, of course, the depth and the amount of volume of water in the thing. At the top, it probably changes the temperature quite a bit. Deeper you go, it probably really doesn't affect it. Yeah, there's a lot of, by the way, there's a lot of people who do different things with their water changing. And I'm not critical of anybody of what they do. Tampa, Tom. Hey, there you go. Enjoy mowing the lawn and listen away. Yep. Small Fry Aquatics. Hey, Joey Chestnut 874, huh? Yeah, you know what? I missed that. I have not had the TV on today yet, which is actually pretty shocking. I got up first thing in the morning and did a few things around the house. Yep, Nathan's hot dogs. Really good. So my texter just went off. Let's see what I received. Oh, let's see. One of my siblings wishing me a happy 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to all. Sorry, I'm okay. Hey, stuffed peppers. There you go. I made eggs, vegan sausage, and I made biscuits. And I actually used margarine, real margarine. So I got that done, which is good. I actually have to order more Prime, or the API chloramine remover. When I was a kid, by the way, my mom made those stuffed peppers all the time. With what they put on top, chili, chili sauce type of stuff on top, are really good. See, there you go. Valley Fish. What's going on, Jeff? And Doug had the all-American lunch of peanut butter and grape jam. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've done both. Here's what I like about the API, and you're gonna probably think it's goofy, which is fine. You're more than welcome to. Not the first time anyone's accused me of doing anything that's goofy. I like the cap better. I like the cap. It's easier to go out. Just sort of what I do. But I have to order one today because I'm down to, I have loaded it all up. So, yeah, so it's, what do you guys have on plans for the 4th of July? I am chilling like a villain, socially distancing myself, and hanging out at the homestead today. I'm going to be watching the horse races and doing some stuff around the fish room. So that's going to be sort of my sort of my deal. That's what I'm going to be after. So I'm looking forward to that very much. I have also coming up today. Yep, it's oh, you use the API for your do-it-yourself. Yeah, the cap. That cap is really sweet, by the way. Yeah, thanks, Karen Gray. Before you know it, you're gonna want to speak to Select Pet's manager. You wear one of those wigs. You've always just used the tetradechlorinator. It's a joke, Select Pet. It's a joke. An attempt at humor. Karen Gray. Karen Gray. By the way, you know what I also learned this week? I think I learned this yesterday. Is that there is actually a haircut for the Karen. They call the haircut the Karen. I had to go Darren, because the male version of Karen is Darren. I had to go Darren. I went to Waffle House on payday because my cheat meal is always on. Every time I get paid from work, I always have a cheat meal. And so I decided I was going to go out and I was going to cheat really good. And so I went to Waffle House. And, well, you know what, Select Pet? Let's be honest here. You do have humor. By the way, 8 people here. 2 thumbs up. Thanks, gang. Please give a thumbs up. Helps out the channel. Did you get the Mo Howard haircut? The one thing about texting, just being fair on the texting, is that I'm reasonably sarcastic. And Big J's Fish Keeper, welcome to the live stream. And it's easy when you're speaking with someone to accentuate what you're going to say to make it sarcastic. People who know me well, like on a Facebook post or a text or what have you, if I put something in a sarcastic tone, they go through. Do you know what? Not yet. Not yet, Jeff. I'm not getting it. Actually, I'm having more babies by the moment, but I'm not getting any new ones. When I get the back bedroom up, I'm going to do another type of shrimp because I love them, and my breeding for supporting my hobby is doing just great. Reds are doing great. Lots of little ones. Yep, that's really, really a good. Okay, I'll get Blue. I'll go to my my shrimp dealer. But you go in, You look back and forth. You slip him, some cash, under the table, and all of a sudden the guy looks back and forth. Could be a gal too. Here, fish, shrimp, take it. So, yeah, David, I don't. Um, I have this sort of deal. I check my water and my aquarium water. Um, if all of a sudden I see a little difference in the aquarium, I'll check it. But yeah, I generally don't check my aquarium water as much as I probably should. Just being fair. All I know is that, David, the shrimp love hard water. They love hard water, water with minerals, etc. I didn't know that, Doug Ray. A wonder shell. The reason I didn't, when I lived in Little Rock, the reason I didn't do shrimp is that the water was, soft as a baby's bottom. So I used crushed coral. Now, this is how crazy this is. I have a bucket. In fact, I may bring this to my next fish club meeting and auction off. I have a bucket of about 10 pounds of crushed coral because I bought too much. General hardness, 40 ppms of nitrate. General hardness, yeah, it's I'm in that like 120 zone, I think, the last time I checked. My nitrates are about the same. And that's sort of the deal. So, by the way, speaking of never not a wonder shell in your shrimp tank. There you go. That's good. That's good to know. Wish I would have known about that when I lived in Little Rock. See, that's why we do these things. I learn from you guys. You learn from. You may learn from me. The process, we share ideas and how we do things. And one of the things I do that I share how I do things is not because I think that I'm like the best of it. Oh, what's my drink of the hour? Oh, glad you asked, David Samsel. Hi, this is Peter with Mobb Guppy for Dasani. Dasani makes a terrific water. It comes from a tap, but it is treated and they add minerals for flavor. It's amazing. It's delicious. And yet, considering it's pretty damn expensive. But do I always get bottled water? Yes, I do. Because I have a big thing against fluoridation. Cheating on Aquafina. You know why I'm cheating on Aquafina? They didn't show up with some cash. Yeah, it's a non-paid advertisement. I would love to say I have a paid advertisement, but Aquafina didn't show up. Maybe Dasani will. I mean, this is a powerful and popular fish channel. Wouldn't you want to have a personality that is synonymous with good fish feelings as me? Yeah. So that's what I thought. So, yeah, the entire process of, I just go through and explain how I do things. mainly so the people that view, you guys that view them, you can sit there and say, yeah, that's a terrible idea. And by the way, if someone says in a comment on one of my videos, I think that's a stupid way you do it, some people would take that very personally. I don't take it that personally because I'm an adult and I'm not I'm not that concerned. It's if you do things differently than me, or I do them differently than you. Does it work? Does the process work? Is it going through and getting it done? If the answer is yes, it's really all that matters. It really is. Yep, it's America. America. And we're celebrating that. We're celebrating that today. We're celebrating that moment today. Our great nation. And the process of going through there. So here's what I'm eating today, since I think everyone wants to know. I don't know what type of I have two types of adult beverages in the house. Yep, no, that's good. Yeah, reading is pretty good. I got an email from somebody wanting to buy sword tails, and they wanted to buy a bunch. He had a bunch of money he was throwing out, and I told him where he could send it, and I'd hook him up. But as of this second, he hasn't done it, and it's he's not sent me that sweet cash because I have more swordtail guppies than they are really, really prolific. I am it's really good. The shrimp pretty prolific as well. It's I'm in the process of I depleted them pretty well for a while there. I sold a bunch. And yeah, and the deal is, by the way, is that if you point out to somebody, well, hey, didn't you really watch the video? How I explained it? Didn't you read below? You come off like a jerk, and none of us really want to do that. We're here to promote the hobby. We're here to promote, what's going on with the hobby, etc. None of us want to come across as jerks, at least most of the time. Yeah, no, I didn't. I had a guy who bought some shrimp from me, and he wanted me to text him, which I did. And I should have just called the moron, and he seems like an okay guy. Well, the guy goes back and forth. Well, what kind of guppies do you have? Boom, boom, boom. If I ordered this, what would if I got a trio of guppies, what would you charge me for them? I'd obviously charge him for I don't. He doesn't have to pay for shipping for them. I'll take the shipping out. And well, the guy never said I want them, nor did he pay me. And generally, if I get paid, so all of a sudden the guy receives his shrimp and then says, "Why didn't you include the guppies? You didn't. You didn't really order them from me, and you didn't pay for them. Crazy as that may seem. I mean, I swear to you, it's a trust me. I want to sell you guppies. If you bought shrimp from me or something else, and you said, "Hey, would can I buy some more from you?" Yes. Oh, let me pay you. I'm shipping them. Just the magic of business. Yep, no money, no guppy. Exactly. I did tell the fellow, I said, well, hey, if you want to make a deal, I think he wanted me to send it to him free. I don't know what the deal is. And, so again, it's just, I don't understand people sometimes. I try to be a caring, understanding man who understands people and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, sometimes you're just going, wow. It was a Bob Marley song. That's right. There's no woman, no cry, no money, no guppy. No money, no guppy. I love me some, by the way, Bob Marley. It's I know, Select Pet. Yeah, that's what this guy wanted me to do. Then he was asking if I would ship him a bunch of fry. Well, no. I wait for them to grow up. I'm not in the fry selling business. I'm in the fish selling. The fry, I want them to grow up to be the next generation. I will say this is that I have had a couple of things when I've been shipping out. Ziggy Marley's great. I love Ziggy Marley. I've done stuff where I have shipped out, where all of a sudden, like, it was 3 to 4 days on everything. I shipped stuff out on Monday. I sent out 3 packages. They all reached their place in 2 days. One was relatively close. It was actually someone had ordered shrimp from me and then ordered guppies from me, which is great. Then this crazy guy wanted me to send him free fish. And then I sent some other fish, both to Florida. They were there in 2 days. Anthony's Fishy Friends. Welcome to the live stream. 7 here, 4 thumbs up. Thanks, guys, for the support. I think we have 8 ladies here today. Now, I'm going to say something that could be considered sexist, but it's not meant to be. This is a big day for parties and barbecues and getting stuff done. And, I think our ladies are busy organizing the entertainment for the day. Yeah, it's been here. We've gotten rain the last couple of days. And by the way, it does feel like Sunday. Doug Gray, you're totally right. I went to work yesterday for about 3 hours. Today I went in for about an hour. I've got a big project I have to have done by the end of next week. And so, yeah, I'm just like, I think Bolo one day this week is going to go to puppy daycare. Puppy daycare, everybody. But I will tell you, the shipping out this last week went really, really smooth, really, really quick. So I think that, some of the delays and some of the stuff that were going on, you were not going through it. Normally, I usually wait to ship out Tuesday, primarily due to Mondays are a busy day at the post office. But since last week was, or this past week was a holiday, today they were not doing a mail deliveries. They had to hit the road on Monday. Yeah, that's Select Bet. You and I are on the same schedule. Yeah, my alarm goes off at 3:45. But I went and I have it automatically go off on my Alexa unit, and it goes off. It goes off on it goes off on 3:45 Monday through Friday. I had to make sure I turned it off yesterday. Yeah, they will do some deliveries, but for whatever reason, David, every time I've shipped fish, and I had like 2 times where the fish did not arrive until Monday. Our buddy Renee, she got guppies from me. I shipped them out on a Tuesday. This is to Los Angeles, so going to it goes. Here's how it goes from my house: from Joplin to Springfield to Kansas City, and then it gets on a plane or does whatever it has to do. Los Angeles, pretty, and she didn't get it till Monday. So, and I boxed them on a Monday night. So they were in that box. They were on day 8 of being in that box. They were fine. It was they were, reasonably well packed. So there you go. Happy 4th of July to you, Vanotsky Tanks. Welcome to the live stream. Glad you're here. Great having you here. But yeah, it's, it's just, it's just absolutely crazy. Yeah, that may be the case, Doug Gray. I think you're right. The next shipment she got from me, perfect. But, who knows? I'm a simple man. Simple man doing simple things with my life. The other process is, just dealing with, just going through and dealing with the holiday and with, all that sort of stuff. Is that how many people are having fireworks in their area? We're having fireworks here, but you must stay in your car for social distancing. Yeah, Leonard Skinner. Or was it Neil Young? No fireworks where you are, David. Yeah, here they're doing the fireworks. You got to remain in your car, so I'm not going to go. Daniken, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. They're having it at one of the local colleges, which has plenty of parking spots. I think it's just a matter, but I'm wondering, and I didn't understand if you could go up there and tailgate, but I guess not, since you're supposed to stay in your car. Yeah, well, fireworks are not illegal in my area from January 1st, not January 1st, July 1st to July 5th. And for the most part, they've been following it pretty well here. But again, I live in Copland. all my neighbors seemingly are cops. So it's with all these cops around, I think they're being pretty good about it. Yeah, you see, that's my fear, Jeff, at Valley Fish. You drilled your first tank. When the bit went through, I smacked the drill into the plywood, breaking the tank. Yeah. Feel bad for the hookers and exotic dancers. Rough job to have during this pandemic. So I have a buddy of mine who is a disc jockey at exotic dancing emporiums and in Florida. So, and my neighborhood cops, are pretty good. It's not been it's they've been pretty good. But this buddy of mine, he goes, here I am, disc jockeying, meet Amber, pour some sugar on me. Here's give her a round of applause. He said it was just nuts, so he quit. Yeah, that's probably a good experience going through there. Yeah, I have a great paranoia over drilling, mainly because I'm a little bit of a spaz. I'm the type of person that would just go out and and blow it and do that. Let's see here. Let me. I've been. I had to get my my backup hard drive became full because of videoing and pictures and that type of stuff. So I had to buy a new a second removable hard drive. This one is a 2 terabyte. The first one I had was just a 1 terabyte. And and I've had it for a couple of years, so I finally filled it up. So I've moved a bunch of stuff over to the other thing, and so yeah, and so I got that taken care of, which is nice. I moved over a lot of the Mobb Guppy stuff, not all. I moved over 1,100 pieces of stuff, so it took a while to get done. Took a while to get all in place. By the way, having a backup hard drives, it's not a bad idea, everybody. And I got this 2 terabit for like 59 bucks at Walmart, so worthwhile. Mr. Bean should do a video on how to drill tanks. I'd watch that. By the way, I don't care who you are. If you don't find Mr. Bean funny, it was like I saw the movie. What was the name of that? It's okay. Let's go through the Mr. Bean movies, and I can't believe we've gotten to there. Thank you, Doug Gray. Thank goodness Chewy is not coming to throw lots of music references. Okay. The Reliant. Feature films. Oh, it's Mr. Bean's Holiday. It was absolutely hilarious. Willem Dafoe was in it. And it made big money. It had a $25 million budget, made, $230 $1 million. So that was quite good, and it was funny. And Willem Dafoe obviously has a great sense of humor. Hey Jesse, HC Agua, how are you? Hey, have a good one, David. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that lousy Hawaii weather. Man, it may be 82 degrees and sunny today. Not a cloud in the sky except for that 20 minutes where it rains. Yeah, it doesn't it rain in Hawaii at least for a short period almost every day? Or does Hawaii have a dry season? I'm curious about that. Yeah, drizzling rain, all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm commiserating right now with Jesse in Hawaii. All I know is the 4th of July, and they're grilling up some spam. Oh, it has seasons where you get more rain and less. You know, I am not running a dehumidifier, but I have a feeling when I get everything into this back bedroom, I will be. The one thing that, for homes, it was kind of a trend. Probably about a decade, maybe this is like 20 years ago, were air exchangers. Where you put in, with your heat pump and your air conditioner, etc., a thing where it exchanges out all the air every 45 minutes or so. Here it would have to jump up and do it'd have to jump up and do a lot of different stuff from there to make that work. You're going to have to work and get that done. It's the idea. I know I don't have a basement. But I know in a basement that's a difficulty for most people anyways, because a lot of times basements are a little moist. By the way, moist is a pretty good word. Oh, excuse me, I need a drink. Hi, it's Peter with Mobb Guppy for Dasani. It's delicious, refreshing, and cool. Numb. Totally refreshing. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's now that I'm a fresh bachelor and everything. I don't know really what to do with I have no idea what to go out and do um, with being a bachelor. I have to go out and figure out how to meet ladies. You can't really do it right now because you're supposed to socially distance. Maybe you have to put something online just saying, "Hey, you want to be my quarantine? I'll call you Quarantina." Yeah, I think it does. I think it does mean Michigan tap water in Egyptian. Probably the case. Do you know what? I have not, but I love doing that type of stuff. I need to go out and get the pictures going on. Yes, they do. Anthony's fishy friends. Yes, they do. Now you understand why I'm single. Obviously it's not because I'm not a great looking man. And it's I'm just looking for a gal to meet my little quarantina. Hey, you know what? It's all good to be a little bit sore. It's healthy, gets your muscles going in, doing those big hikes. I forgot before we started doing the live stream. I had to run out and I went to work for a while, went to the grocery store. I've got to go and wash my face mask. So I've got that's part of the fun I'm going to be doing. Single because in a 10 that doesn't treat them badly. Yeah, sometimes ladies like the guys who treat them poorly. Well, I'm glad, Anthony. Again, it's just just imagine Leonardo DiCaprio, who's what 50 now. His girlfriend that he's been dating for 2 years just became 23. And he's going to dump her. She gets close to the big 2-4. She's out of there. He'll be on to his next 20-year-old model. All right, everybody. Bolo wants to get down. Say hi to Bolo. He's been up here the entire time. Yeah, that's sort of the thing. So it's tough to go out and again, the whole deal about the meeting the ladies. Mickey Sudo finished off 48 and a half hot dogs and won the women's hot dog eating division. Yeah, tough to afford to feed her, but she's entering these contests. But I guess she has to eat like that for training. It would be refreshing, to have a woman saying, "Are you going to finish that?" Because normally it's the other way around. Normally. I hate doing type of stereotyping. That would be that would be bad. And so other than that, that's what's going on in the fish room. Just been so busy. I've been busy with this project at work. I mean, it's just nuts. But once it's done, and I'll be on to the next project. And that's the way it should be. And it's just and I still don't have my place all organized yet. I have I have probably about 30 pictures, and I only have 2 of them on the wall so far. Danny Ken, have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being a part of what we do. It's By the way, I could go for some more of that wonderful Egyptian tap water from Michigan. Now, who makes this? Is this a Coca-Cola product or a Pepsi product? Coca-Cola, which I think Aquafina is as well, isn't it? Hey, can you imagine? Yes, all different angles. All my pictures are of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. I have some, not a bunch of of sports memorabilia. I have some family pics. I have actually artwork, not good artwork. It's just my artwork that I have in my home is like a level above the black velvet paintings of Elvis. Just above that. It's that's sort of where I'm at. It's not great. My sports memorabilia, and again, sports memorabilia, most people would not go, really? There's one cool piece. I have a baseball card from one of the guys from the Negro Leagues, Ted Double Duty Radcliffe. Hey, what's up, Chewy? And Ted Double Duty Radcliffe passed away, I don't know, about 10 years ago at the age of 103. And he was Jackie Robinson's roommate, played with Satchel Paige, all those great baseball players. And even though some of the guys in the Negro Leagues were not treated all that well, depending on where they were going to play, this guy had 0.0 bitterness. He told these stories, and they were amazing. Collecting sports memorabilia. You see, there you go. So I have some boxing sports memorabilia. I have an autographed 8x10 of Aaron Pryor, the Pryor Arguello fight from the 1980s. It was by Ring Magazine, the best fight of the 80s. I have a signed Ernie Shavers thing where he fought Ali. I have Marvelous Marvin Hagler signature. I don't have that framed yet. I also have a signed Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I have, what else do I have? I have some former Vikings quarterbacks. By the way, the whole quarterback thing, those guys think even if they were a crappy quarterback, they think they are worth a lot of money. So it's like, for an 8x10, let's just say you're a mediocre wide receiver from 1985. You can probably buy their signed thing for $20, $15 at the most, unless they were quote unquote a Hall of Famer. Okay, you're a mediocre quarterback that started 5 games in the NFL. You think you're worth $40 for a signed thing? It's crazy. Yeah, well, the music references were going to happen sooner or later. So I'm glad someone had the guts to go there. Start off with Doug Gray. They're doing a free thing of doing a free week of Sirius XM, and I've been enjoying that. And they're probably gonna corner me into wanting to subscribe. Just sort of avoided that. Boom Boom Mancini. One of the great boxers, kind of a tragic character. Really, really a nice man, because he was the guy who knocked out Dooku Kim, who ended up passing away, and it was on national TV. It was very devastating indeed. What are you up to, Bolo? He's like digging at my back. You see him there? Hey, there may be a piece of food there. He may have decided he wants to eat. Here. He's like rubbing his, again, he's old. There we go. Warren Zevon. Yep. I forgot that. I knew there was one. Let's see. Alexa, play Boom Boom Mancini by Warren Zevon.
Here's Boom Boom Mancini by Warren Zevon on Amazon Music.
Love Warren Zevon. What a great guy he was. Alexa, turn it off before we get hit up by the, by the police of YouTube. It's that last album he did before he passed away was just fantastic. It was so poignant because he knew he didn't have a lot of time left. And it was a great artistic expression. It was a great artistic expression of what was going on there. I have not seen the vodka commercial with. Is it Werewolves of London vodka? Oh, werewolf. Oh, werewolf. Yeah, my texture has been going off like there's no tomorrow, so let's see what this is. Someone sent me a TikTok. I'll have to look on my computer later on. Lawyers, guns, and money. Yep. It's all good. By the way, I have a hero. The guy, the lawyer in St. Louis, standing outside with the gun, waving it around as the protesters were walking by. I thought that was pretty good. The wife looked a little unhinged. Reasonably. Reasonably unhinged. Yet NASCAR and nap time, I'll tell you what, NASCAR is like made for naps. Mainly because it has that repetitive white noise. I mean, it's nice. It's made for it. Made for it indeed. So I couldn't be more excited about that. And let's see here. I bet some races today at let's see here. Let's see. 1, 4, 6. This is in the second race at Belmont. Let's see where I'm at on that. Nope, I was not in the money on that one. Not in the money on that one. Okay, well, life goes on. Hey, Bolo, do you guys hear him making his noises? So, all right, gang, you guys have a good one. We will talk to you on Monday. I may stop in and say hi to you in the morning. Video coming out tomorrow at 10. And it's an enthralling 5 minutes that you'll be so glad you did. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great day.